Hi everybody, Karen Roby here with ZDNet, talking with Steve Ranger today about a new warning that we have to pass on regarding Word documents. And Steve, it seems every day we're having to pass on warnings about things people need to be on the lookout for. Talk about this one specifically.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's the way it is. There's always something new and scary happening with security. So this is what we're seeing now is an apparent surge in the number of malicious Word documents being spammed out by cyber crooks, according to one tech security company. Just like any other email, these emails look legitimate, but inside them there is some malicious code that can cause all sorts of problems for your corporate network. According to this security company, there's a couple of Word document exploits that are out there at the moment that are causing a lot of trouble. The strange thing is actually the actual security flaws themselves were patched like a couple of years ago, but the problem is a lot of people don't patch their systems in time. So even though these are old exploits, they can still be causing some trouble.
Yeah, Stephen, there's, obvious things that company leaders need to keep in mind, keeping up with those patches. But beyond that, what are some of the things that people need to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So like you say, one of the most basic fundamental things here, as with a lot of security issues, is keep your patching up to date. There are lots of patches out all the time from all the vendors, whether we like it or not. Some people might argue they should maybe secure their software before they sell it to us, but the reality is they don't. So we're always vendors are always coming across new problems and putting out patches for them. So patch your systems, people. Absolutely, there's a cost in terms of time and effort there, and having to test different systems to make sure that this new patch doesn't cause problems down the line. But the reality is the patches are there for a reason. A lot of these cases, the patches out there because there is an existing threat which needs to be tackled. So, first law of this: whether you're a home user with just your PC, or whether it's you're an enterprise, you need to make sure you've got a policy in place for patches. Whether that's do them straight away, or do them within a week, or do them within a month. You just need to have a strategy. That's the tech side of things. On the other side of things, we have to talk about staff training as well. At the most fundamental level, that means don't click on emails you're not expecting. Don't open attachments you're not expecting. Even if it is someone you speak to all the time, you just kind of like always have that kind of like extra level of skepticism in you. Does this email sound like it comes from that person? Is it a weird request? Are they asking you to do something they wouldn't usually ask you to do? So all that kind of thing. So always have that kind of extra level of caution when dealing with anything on the internet, because unfortunately there are people out there who want to cause trouble or make money from you.
So really just have to be cautious. And as you said, patch your systems, people. Those are the two things that we really need to keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. The vast majority of security threats can be dealt with at that very basic level, and it's still the case that some of the biggest hacking attacks or security flaws, they do start with these kind of things. They do start with a phishing attack or a malicious bit of code in a document. These are very fundamental, basic attacks, but actually they're really effective. But equally, we have some really good, effective ways of stopping them, which is patch your systems. Be a little bit more cautious about what you click on when you get something that's expected or unexpected. These are the most basic levels of attacks, but they are incredibly effective, unfortunately. So you always have to be on your guard.
Yep, Steve, we just got to keep reminding people of all of those things. So we thank you so much for your insight on this. And for more, you need to check out ZDNet.